What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So last night, the Detroit Pistons ended one of the longest losing streaks in sports history. They had gone 63 days, over 2 months, since winning their last game, which was the second win of the season for the Detroit Pistons, a victory over the Chicago Bulls. It took a tremendous performance by Cade Cunningham in the second half, scoring 26 of his 30 points in the second half to go along with 12 assists and 0 turnovers. But it wound up being just enough as the Detroit Pistons win 129, I believe it was, to 127. Make sure that was the score. Or was it 128, 126? No, it was 129 to 127 over the Toronto Raptors. And they now improved to 3-29 on the season. But, I mean, they got a long way to go, but at least they got a victory. At least they end the year. I don't think they played them today. So I think they end the year on a victory. But it has been a very paltry year when it comes to victories. The Detroit Pistons have only had, including last season, 10 victories this year between the two seasons combined. 10. 7 from last year, and 3 this year. Last year they went 17-65, and most people would see that as rock bottom, but it is what it is. Of course, a couple of games ago, they tied the single season record for most consecutive losses in a row, 26. And then with their loss to the Boston Celtics, a game in which they had a 19-point lead at halftime, but they weren't able to hold on to the lead, and that tied the all-time record of 28 consecutive losses in NBA history. Now that includes more than just one season going into another season. They have a three-way tie with that, I think, with the 2010-2011 Cavaliers, and I think the 2013-14 Philadelphia 76ers. So, I know there's a lot of relief in that locker room to get this monkey off their back, man, because it had to feel like, speaking of a monkey, it had to feel like a 1,500-pound gorilla every time they stepped on the court, because, man, it's like, when is this going to end? When is this going to end, man? Like after a while, it begins to become almost like a jinx, and so I'm glad they got it off their shoulders. So tell me what you guys think.